So, hi, Danny. It's a pleasure to meet you for the first time on Zoom. Um, Now, we've London Brass have got this concert coming up at King's Place in October, October the 16th, and you've agreed to write something for us, and we're thrilled that you're going to do that. So, I've just got one or two questions to throw at you. And what was I going to say? Yeah, you know some guys in the group anyway, so
Yes.
maybe we could start with those. So, who do you know in London Brass?
Yeah, so I don't, well, I've actually heard London Brass a long time ago, so didn't know
Yes,
personally, but knew the group because a number of
yeah,
my friends at music college would often go to those concerts, so
okay.
I'd tag along. So I feel like I've known the group for ages, but John
Well,
Stokes is someone I know, and Jim Davidson, and
yeah.
um, recently I've written a piece that features Phil Cobb as well, with the BBC
Uh-huh.
Symphony. So I've been
When's
listening.
that coming up? Is that being performed soon?
Yes, 2nd of August at the
Okay.
Proms, which I'm
We'll have to
very,
put this video out
yeah.
before it's before the concert.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm very excited and nervous about
Mm.
that. But yeah, so in the process of writing that piece, I listened to a lot of recordings with Phil's playing and yeah, so I feel very much in the brass mood at the moment.
And do you have an instrument that you play? Are you when you went to
No,
college? What were you?
so everyone assumes I play a brass instrument, but no, never touched a brass instrument. Cello
But
was my
but what
main.
is your instrument? Not necessarily brass. So
Yeah, cello was my main
cello.
instrument, but I sort of, and I learned piano as well. And drum kit was the one when I was a child, was my
Oh,
favorite instrument of what I started on.
yeah.
But I very much sort of stopped that at 18 years old, and from then was just wanting to be a composer. So it didn't
Hmm.
go, none of the instruments, I'd say I'm average at a few different instruments, very
As a
subpar at
composer,
quite.
that's very useful,
It
isn't it?
actually
To know a
has.
bit about every instrument.
Absolutely. I think it really, really helped. Learning cello helped so much with orchestral writing and then
Mm.
piano with score reading and all these things. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
And
very
do you
pleased.
conduct your own pieces? Do you do that?
No, I've never conducted. I'm thinking
And-
about it. I'm thinking about potentially starting at some point, but no, I've
yeah.
never conducted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I started
Mhm.
genuinely the relationship with sort of writing for brass genuinely started with the friends that I'd made in music college who
Yeah.
one of them was Kensington Brass and they just sort of said, will you write us a piece? And so I
Yes.
did and
Yeah.
and they performed it more and more. And then when I got my first orchestral opportunity, I spent a lot of time with those brass players trying to, give them a good
Yeah.
part because a lot of the time they'd
Yeah.
complain about not playing enough or things like this. And I suppose
Yeah.
from that
Yeah.
grew people asking me to write more pieces for
Yeah. Yeah.
brass. And I just think actually the brass world, well, for starters, the standard in London and the UK is just out of this world. I mean, it's mesmerizing every time. But also I think they're hungry for new music. I think
Yeah.
unlike sort of, string quartets in the same way where there are hundreds and thousands of pieces, I think well, from my experience, there's a lot of groups like yourselves forming
Mm.
new groups with new formations, and they're
Yeah.
wanting new repertoire. So it's just sort
Yeah.
of grown from
It
there.
needs it. Yeah. It's either that or arranging, which brass groups survive on basically arrangements mainly,
Exactly.
and commissions.
Yeah.
So this is what we're very interested in doing for this concert. So we've got about three or four new pieces.
Amazing.
And do you have any idea of what sort of direction you're going to go in with this? We've not talked about this at all, but in the
Yeah.
composition,
Yeah.
do you have any?
So I've started. I'm in the
Okay,
first sort of
that's good.
phase. Yes, there is a note on a piece of paper.
There's a note.
Um,
Yeah,
it's sort
yeah,
of I like to think of it as a bit like a sketchbook, so it's a series of smaller ideas rather than anything fully
okay,
formed yet. But I have a general direction. I've been sort of
good.
reflecting on
Mm,
wanting to be virtuosic because of how virtuosic every individual member of the group is,
mhm.
but at the same time also just loving when brass gets the simple things right and how impactful that is. So
Okay.
I'm toying with different ideas that go in both ways.
Hmm.
And I have a feeling that the piece will be somewhat a combination of those two
Okay.
trains of thought.
Yeah.
It's a very short piece, so there's not I've got to be
Yeah.
careful not to have too many things in
Well,
there.
I mean, for this concert, we've got lots of different music, because it's a retrospective as well as looking forward. So we're playing a lot of our favourite arrangements as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's good that we've got lots of different
Yeah.
short pieces for the audience to really enjoy, and the variety that they will hear on that evening will be amazing. So we're
Yeah.
really looking forward to what you come up with. It's
Over
going
the
to
next
be,
few weeks, yeah.
yeah, and hopefully you'll come along.
Yes, I'll definitely be
You'll
there.
be there.
Yeah,
Great.
can't
Well,
wait.
look, fantastic to meet you,
You too.
and best of luck, and speak
Thank
again.
you. Yep, see you in October.
Bye bye.